Okay, and I think I am live. I think I'm live. All right. Hey, welcome everybody to another little quick episode of SJG Perspective. Coming at you live right now. You guys probably aren't going to be watching it live, since I only have 18 subscribers, which you could change by subscribing after this video because it's going to be funny. So I'm going to do a live read, kind of a live read. I sort of already read it, but I'm going to reread it. I didn't completely read it, so there's that. I kind of just read a little bit of it, and I was like, you know what? I should save this article for my peoples over on SJG Perspective, because this could be a fun little read. So I'm going to do what we call a transition right now and bring over the article I'm going to read. You guys are going to love it. It's called Why Women, Including Feminists, Are Still Attracted to Benevolently Sexist Men. This is going to be a good one. Okay, so it says, if a man offers to help a woman with her heavy suitcase or a parallel park her car, what should she make of that offer? I don't know, maybe he is just trying to be nice and or he thinks you're hot and he's like, hey, I'll help you park that car. You know what I'm saying? But probably just trying to be nice. Is it an innocuous act of courtesy, or is it a sexist insult to her strength and competence? Yeah, it's probably the latter if you live in a really crazy world of the feminist nut jobs. But to us, we're not thinking that far ahead. Come on, guys. We're just trying to help you because we're thinking if we don't, we're probably going to get in trouble or be considered an asshole because we didn't help, decide or offer to help you pick the heavy bags up with our big manly muscles, or, park the car parallel because, come on, let's be honest. Guys grow up doing that a little more than women do, but regardless. Okay. So yes, I'm trying to poke some barbs there if you didn't catch that, but, so is it an innocuous act of courtesy, or is it a sexist insult to her strength and competence? I have a hard time keeping a straight face when I read this. Whew, I'll do better, though. Social psychologists who describe this behavior as benevolent sexism firmly favor the latter view. Well, of course they do, because they're retarded. Oh my gosh. But researchers have also revealed a paradox. Women prefer men who behave in ways that could be described as benevolently sexist over those who aren't. Benevolently sexist over those who aren't. Benevolently sexist. I can do this. How could this be? Question mark. Some say that women simply fail to see the ways benevolent sexism undermines them because they're misled by the flattering tone of this brand of kindness. Psychologists have even suggested that that benevolent sexism is more harmful than overtly hostile sexism. So you're pretty much screwed if you do and you're screwed if you don't, because it is insidious, acting like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. As social psychologists, we have had reservations about these conclusions. Aren't women sophisticated enough to be able to tell when a man is being patronizing? Surprisingly, no previous research had tested whether women do, in fact, fail to recognize that benevolent sexism can be patronizing and undermining, as I was kind of doing earlier, just to be humorous. And given our backgrounds in evolutionary theory, we also wondered if these behaviors were nonetheless attractive because they signaled a potential mate's willingness to invest resources in a woman and her offspring, aka be a family man and be a decent man, right? Because isn't that what you wanted us to do? Like, I have another little episode, a little video talking about how you want boys to be good humans. Well, wouldn't it be a good human to help you, another human with a vagina, a woman, when they can't do something? And that's not wrong that you can't necessarily do it. There's things you can do better than I can. I could piss a lot of people off. But anyways, with something else. Anyways, it's just being nice, okay? But I digress. Let's keep going. Surprisingly, no previous research had... Oh, I already read that. Okay. So we conducted a series of studies to further explore women's attraction to benevolently sexist men. What does benevolent sexism really signal? The concept of benevolent sexism was first developed in 1996. The idea's creator argued that sexism is not always openly hostile. To them, attitudes like women should be cherished and protected by men, or behaviors like opening car doors for women, cast them as less competent and always in need of help. In this way, they argued, benevolent sexism subtly undermines gender equality. Yeah, you could look at it that way, or you could look at it like, I'm trying to be a gentleman, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be helpful, and so I'm trying to be nice to you. If I'm a dick, I get in trouble for being a dick, and you curse me for all my toxic masculinity. But then when I'm trying to be nice, I would help a dude open a car door if I could see he needed it, or if his hands were full, or when I walk into restaurants at times, I'll open the door if a dude's behind me. It's not like just because you have a vajayjay, I'm doing that for you. But it's also considered, and has been considered, and maybe this is what most feminists would argue is the problem, is a polite thing to do, and it's a way to show respect to a woman. Apparently, you can't do that. You're just pretty much screwed if you do, and you're screwed if you don't. If you got a penis, if you're packing the package, you're pretty much screwed when it comes to feminists, because they just are out. They hate men. It's just evident. They just don't like men. Men are the problem. The world would be a much better place if men weren't around. Of course, it wouldn't last very long because we kind of have a part in that. Anyway, I lost my place again. Since then, social psychologists have been busy documenting the pernicious effects that benevolent sexism has on women. According to studies, women who acquiesce to this behavior tend to become increasingly dependent on men for help. They're more willing to allow men to tell them what they can and can't do, are more ambivalent about thinking for themselves, are less ambitious, and don't perform as well at work and on cognitive tests. If I open the door for you, if I ask you or another man asks to help you, it's making you dumber, apparently, according to feminists, according to this ridiculous nutbaggery logic. It's making you dumb if I'm nice. Of course, it's making you in danger if I'm not. Again, damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Given these documented downsides, why are women still attracted to this behavior? The answer could lie in the evolutionary biologists call parental investment theory. Whereas men can successfully reproduce by providing a few sex cells, a woman's reproductive success must be tied to her ability to complete months of gestation and lactation. During much of human history, a woman's ability to choose a mate choose a mate who was able and willing to assist in this process by providing food or protection from aggressors. Because we got bigger muscles. I'm just saying, it's biology. But anyways, would have increased her reproductive success. If a man can protect you from the bad guys and the wolves at the door, if you will, you have a better chance at success of raising your offspring. That's why they're attracted to us. Most of them. Sometimes. Evolution, therefore, shaped female psychology to attend to and prefer mates whose characteristics and behavior reveal the willingness to invest. Family man. A prospective mate's muscular physique and today his big wallet certainly indicate that he possesses this ability. But opening a car door or offering his coat are signs that he may have that desired deposition. But opening a car door and offering his coat are signs that he may have that deposition. Sorry. Got off track. Women weigh in. In our recently published research, we've asked over 700 women, ages ranging from 18 to 73, in 5 experiments to read profiles of men who either expressed attitudes or engaged in behaviors that could be described as benevolently sexist, like giving a coat or offering to help with carrying heavy boxes. Again, muscles. We then had the participants rate their man's attractiveness, willingness to protect, provide, and commit, and his likelihood of being patronizing. Our findings confirm that women do perceive benevolently sexist men to be more patronizing and more likely to undermine their partners. But we also found, which I think is retarded, but we also found that women in our studies perceive these men as more attractive, despite the potential pitfalls. Well, don't women always kind of want the bad boy? You know, the bad boy who wants to open the car door for the ladies and wants to carry the heavy boxes. There's a little bit of that, like he's sexist. He thinks I'm weak. But man, I just love the way he carries those boxes. It's amazing. We then wondered whether these findings could only really be applied to women who are simply okay with old-fashioned gender roles. To exclude this possibility, we studied participants' degree of feminism with a widely used survey that measured feminist attitudes. We had them indicate their level of agreement with statements such as, a woman should not let bearing and rearing children stand in the way of a career if she wants it. We found that strong feminists rated men as more patronizing and undermining than traditional women did. But like the other women, they still found that these men were more attractive. The drawbacks outweighed by the men's willingness to invest or carry boxes or open car doors. You know what I'm saying? It seems that even staunch feminists may prefer a chivalrous mate who picks up the check on the first date or walks closer to the curb on the sidewalk. You see, down deep, there's a biological buzzer, if you will, that starts to go off when women are around good men that don't want to walk all over them or push them down, but want to protect them because, again, we have muscles. And it's just the way we're created. I know I'm pissing some people off with this. These feminists, I can do it. Women can, hear me. I have women hear me roast. But am I taking that away from you? There's so many things you do better than I do. It's okay to be different. Why can't we embrace our differences and understand we're still the same? We're the same. We're human beings, but we're built differently. We're the same. We're not exactly equal. Equality doesn't mean sameness. We are equal. We're not the same. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I apologize. We're equal. We're both human beings. We're just not the same. You know what I mean? It's okay. But several interesting questions remain. Does benevolent sexism always undermine women? It might depend on context. A male being overly helpful to a female coworker in a patronizing way might hurt her ability to project professional competence. On the other hand, it's tough to see the harm in helping a woman move heavy furniture in the home. Understanding these nuances may allow us to reduce a negative effect of benevolent sexism without requiring women to reject the actual good things that can arise from this behavior. Well, yeah, how about this? How about we just look at it like this? I got an idea. How about we think to ourselves, because we're, pretty intelligent people, right? For the most part. Why don't we just do this? Why don't we say, hey, are we being good to people, one another? Are we treating each other lovingly? Are we treating each other respectfully? Are we treating each other with honor, honoring one another? By me asking to carry a heavy box doesn't mean that I don't think you can do it. I just think, man, I could probably do it quicker. And I do probably think that if it's heavy. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. Of course you could do it. But let me help you. And you know what? When it comes to me not being very empathetic or me not being very understanding, maybe you can help me see some of those things. I know I'm probably getting myself in more trouble than I'm not. I just think feminism, extreme feminism, and the Nazi feminism that's out there is so stupid and ridiculous. And it's so transparent. They hate men. These crazy ass, militant feminists just hate men. It's like you are screwed if you do and you're screwed if you don't. So I can't stand it. I can't stand it as much as about as much as I can't stand political correctness and how that's trying to really put the old to the society we live in. Anyway, just some quick little thoughts, not really that quick, but a funny little read on benevolent sexism. So don't be a sexist. It's not cool. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe. And this was kind of a test stream. I just wanted to read something. I hadn't put anything up for a while. A lot of you might be happy about that. But let me know your thoughts below. This was live, so I couldn't cut out anything that I probably shouldn't have said. And until next time, SJG Perspective, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.